Hey, this is iEmpire. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Today, kicking off my PlayStation 5 Hidden Gems series. So I got 5 great games for us to go over for episode 1, and we'll start with Ultros. So this is a sci-fi Metroidvania, and it has one roguelike element. We'll get to that in a second. Great story. The core of it revolves around you that you are stuck in a time loop, and you need to upgrade your abilities in order to escape the time loop. So what you can't help it not notice right from the get-go is the kaleidoscope of colors that this game throws at you. I mean, you can't help but look at these visuals and enjoy what you're seeing. So the art direction in the game, top to bottom, is fantastic, and they did an equally great job with the audio design in the game. Combat in the game is really fun, fast and fluid, especially if you like melee combat. The game encourages a variety of attacks and abilities. When you destroy enemies, they drop resources, and you use those resources to get your abilities. And so the more varied your gameplay, the better the drops you get, and the quicker you can get your abilities. The roguelike element I talked about, at different points in this game, the game will reset all of your abilities and you start all over again. But if you're careful in exploring the levels, you'll find these things called memory locks, and you can use those to protect your favorite abilities, but you need one for every ability you want to protect. So overall, great game, definite gem on the system. I mean, definitely worth a playthrough. So check out this trailer. Alright, our next game is an interactive drama called As Dusk Falls. And this game uses dialogue options and decision mechanics to tell its story. A lot like the Telltale series games. And it uses a butterfly effect to tell the story where each decision affects the next, and so on. But it follows the story of two families and how their fates interact. And the game does a good job at switching between the two families and between the different family members for different perspectives and to uncover the motives of those characters. The game has a really cool multiplayer component to it, and using cell phones, everybody up to 8 players. They use a voting system for big decisions that come up in the game. You vote on what the next action should be, and the most popular wins. So a cool idea for a party game. So overall game, the story's good, the dialogue, it's written well. There's a few instances here and there where the dialogue's a little cheesy or the voice actor wasn't the best. But overall, recommended game. It's becoming harder and harder to find. Only the PS5 got a physical release for this. The Xbox and PC got digital only. So I suggest if you're interested in the game to grab it sooner than later. So check out the trailer for As Dusk Falls.
The thing about shadows, you can't escape them. You just learn to keep them behind you and look toward the light.
I represent some business acquaintances of your father's. Whoa.
You help me take care of my family, I'll help you take care of yours.
You swear it won't happen again?
I just want to know that we can make it through this.
On the ground, now! You're making a huge mistake!
Daddy, don't go!
I won't beg,
Dad, run!
Our next game is a puzzle platformer called A Tale of Paper Refolded. Game originally came out in 2022. This was called A Tale of Paper, and then this year it got a physical release, PlayStation 5 only, and it's called Refolded because it's a new version of it, and it got new content. It got a prequel in the story, a new playable character, and new combat. So you play as Lion, and he's a piece of paper, and you try to help him get through his journey. There's no verbal or written dialogue in the game at all. It's kind of a vague story. And I think with games like this, like Limbo is another game, it kind of depends on your own life experience of what you'll get out of games like this, you know, and how you relate to the character and what they're trying to tell you in the game. So you may get a lot of meaning out of it, you might not get much at all out of it, but the gameplay is fun, simple controls. It's got really good puzzles in it, and it's got a nice variety of them, so they're not recycled and reused all the time. And being as a piece of paper, he can transform into different shapes. Like he can be a ball, a frog, a plane, and a bunch of other things. And you'll use those transformations in the puzzles and the gameplay. So it keeps it fresh and interesting. It's a short game. It's only 3 to 5 hours long, so I don't know that I pay full retail for it, but if you find it at on sale or a good used price, I'd definitely give it a try. I really enjoyed this game. So you can check out the trailer for A Tale of Paper Refolded. Alright, our next game is a first-person shooter called Trepang 2. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is a fast, violent, visceral, fantastic first-person shooter that was developed only by a team of only 4 people. And when you play this game, you'll really get to appreciate the amount of work that just 4 people did in this game. So in the game, you are a super soldier, and you work for a private corporation, and there's a war going on between the different corporations. So your missions are usually going to involve gathering intel or taking out key personnel. Combat in the game feels great. It's fast, it's fluid, the guns feel punchy. You get a really cool crouch slide, and as you gain your abilities, you get more abilities like camo and slow motion. Sound design is fantastic. So it's a very challenging game. The soldiers in here, and then you get these hybrid zombie creature things that are no joke. So if you're looking for a quality, fantastic first-person shooter, give Trepang 2 a try. You won't regret it. It is probably the best, if not one of the best, first-person shooters of this generation.
Everything we do is for the greater good. You want vengeance. So do we. Good luck out there on S6.
Go kick some ass.
Alright, our last game of the day is my absolute favorite, and this is a top-down twin-stick shooter that is a must-have, and that's Singy, all guns blazing. In this game, you are battling a biomechanical race that is out to annihilate you from every possible angle. You have not only have air targets, but there's ground targets you have to take out. You get to manage your power between your shields and your guns, so you're constantly moving that power around depending on the moment-to-moment situation of what you need most of the time. The gameplay is absolutely top-notch, feels great, responsive. The graphics in the game, amazing. They look so buttery smooth and fantastic. The soundtrack just tops everything off. It's an orchestral soundtrack, and I know that might sound kind of lame, like what kind of shooter has an orchestral soundtrack, but it hits. It just makes it feel so much more epic. So, I'd highly suggest you grab this now. More and more people are finding out about this game, and there aren't a ton of copies out there. So if you want this gem, grab it now. No arguments. You've got to get this game if you remotely like shmups or you remotely like great games. So check out this trailer. Alright, that's it for Volume 1 of PlayStation 5 Hidden Gems. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for future episodes coming up real soon. If you like the Switch, I got a bunch of videos up on my channel full of hidden gems for that console. And last but not least, please like and subscribe to support the channel. I'm going to go play Space Marines 2. It's a fantastic game. Don't wait. Go get it. Alright? So, till the next one, take care. I'm out of here. Push the button.